Welcome back with more Bickering Nerds. We are continuing with Marvel Rivals. We are still with Fuzzin holding the controller, joined by Mike and myself. And we're going to watch Fuzzin play the Jeff Winter Wonderland event and keep talking Marvel. And,
Did you say watch Jeff play the event?
Watch, yes.
Watch Fuzzin play Jeff.
the event. Yeah. Watch Fuzzin as Jeff play the event.
Look at his outfit.
Sweet costume
so cute.
already.
Oh
I like it.
Yeah.
Great costume.
Great. Yep.
Yeah.
Do I get to keep it?
At the end of the event, if you get like enough points and everything, you do. So your goal
He's got
here
stars
is
on his
actually
butt.
is to use your that to cover the land with your color of, I guess, saliva. And it follows the same kind of like principles as Splatoon for the Nintendo Wii U and Nintendo Switch, where at the top you can see that percentage bar, and that's the percentage of the island that is controlled by your color.
Spit more.
So, yes,
So close to killing that guy.
you were pretty close to getting him.
Three
health.
HP.
Yeah. So, yeah, your goal is not to get kills on this one. It's to cover all that ground that is not covered at all. And yeah, it's an okay game mode. Personally, I find it kind of boring. If I want to play Splatoon, I'm gonna play Splatoon. I don't need to play Marvel Splatoon.
Well, I don't have Splatoon, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Nice, I got swallowed.
They didn't want you on that side of the map.
I got 3 people. Crap.
Well,
Can I
you
get
got to
him
throw
over
them
the
over the
edge?
edge. You can. You got to just.
No.
You kind of got to jump up closer to the edge and you can get them, but
Oh, on that edge?
yeah.
I wasn't sure how to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. With Jeff, you can actually go run up walls a little bit when you're in the hidden kind of phase underwater. So if you actually try that, you can actually just completely run up a wall. Yep.
Liar.
Wall climb, space.
Oh my God, that's what?
Yeah.
So the funny thing is, neither one of Jeff's owners, well, I shouldn't say owners, adopted parents are in this game.
Adoptees.
Adopted parents are in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Kate Bishop and Gwenpool, neither of which are in this game.
Well, Gwenpool handed Jeff off to Daredevil, or not to Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah,
yes.
when she went on her own little thing. So,
but Kate Bishop also owned Jeff. I guess technically Iron Man's also like owned Jeff in some of the Infinity comics and everything. It's been shown that Iron Man has like a playpen for Jeff that is literally just laser bars to prevent him from being able to leave because he constantly destroys his entire mansion anytime he gets loose.
nice. I believe it.
Which is always hilarious.
Nicely done there,
He's
by
a
the
good
way,
comical
Fuzzin.
character.
Yeah, what was he? Avengers, West Coast Avengers?
Yeah, West Coast Avengers was
Yeah.
his intro.
Yeah. That's always a fun time.
Yeah, but continuing some of our conversation from before with the Secret Wars and everything, Secret Invasion is a different event than Secret Wars. Secret Invasion was the Skrull invasion, or finding out that Skrulls had invaded Earth and were kind of like taking primary spots of the government and other areas, including taking over some superheroes and taking their persona from them.
Yeah. Yep. There's a.
So it was a
Yeah. Yep. I was about to say you pretty much got it like dead on. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Spoilers.
So, what the spoilers from like the 1980s?
right. I was gonna say that's an old comic series.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're making them all, you know.
Yeah. Well,
They did make a TV series, but it's very, very not even that loosely based off of the actual comic series.
right. And I'm trying to remember like when the first invasions happened because I know they redid it in the early 2000s. So
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, the Secret Invasions. The weird part about comics, and I was talking to Brad about this earlier, is that I think it was like in the early 2000s or the late 90s. I'm trying to remember. There was like this great reset of comics. Like everything just kind of wiped clean, and then everyone had origin stories again. The X-Men became kids all of a sudden. It's always been kind of like a weird separation. So you go, well, what comic series is this kind of going with? Like, where are these characters coming from, or which kind of plot line are they following for this, and that? So, one thing I was really happy about was when they were doing the Civil War, Hulk was missing in the movies.
Yes,
he wasn't where he was in the comimics.
Technically, they kind of did adapt the Planet Hulk with Thor Ragnarok a little bit, very loosely again.
Well, he wasn't with other Hulks, like with the which is always a little bit weird and stuff like that. But yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They didn't do the Planet Hulk whole situation where he saved that planet and all that fun stuff. But I did like the fact that Hulk wasn't present for the movies, because he would have just destroyed everything.
Right. Hulk and Thor, they definitely had to make sure weren't around for Civil War, because much like the comics, they would have controlled everything.
Yeah. That's why I get
because
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I still love the kind of like side plot within the Civil War comics where Tony Stark built a Thor robot because they didn't know where Thor was at the time, and tried to use that to pose as Thor to convince everybody that Thor was on his side. So there was no point fighting against them because Thor is a god. And when Thor found out about this and came back to Earth after Asgard got destroyed and basically created a new Asgard on Earth, he more or less put Tony in his place with the whole conversation of being absolutely terrifying. I think he rips Tony out of his suit, more or less, using thunder, and goes, "You are but a man. I am a god. You set foot on Asgard's soil, and I will make sure that you remember that. And never take my face ever again."
I do think it's pretty hilarious that Thor is in this game too, and so is Squirrel Girl.
Yep.
And he doesn't remove her tail quickly.
Right, yeah.
So I always get a kick out of these games because like you get that that godly presence, and like how do you oh my god, there he is right there. There's Thor. You should be putting a hole right through Groot.
Giant Thor.
Vin Diesel should be like screaming, "I'm Groot!" But
Well, I mean, Groot is also a living tree. You blast a hole in him, and he'll just be like, "Oh, okay, cool." He does not care. Yeah. He's the one character that when putting him into a video game and being like, "Oh yeah, it makes sense that he could take a beating." And he is killable at the same time. Like, he's one of those varied characters like that.
Right.
Where it's a lot easier to balance him out.
Right.
But I do find it funny that Loki is a support in this game.
Yeah. Why?
You're telling me that you're not confused why the trickster of Marvel is healing his friends?
I agree. His friends, that's the funny part. Yeah. No.
Right, yeah.
It should be just, like, he's just gets extra points for backstabs and stuff like that or something.
Right. That is also a part of him, too.
Okay. Then, then I was right. Okay, cool.
So he can actually, like, turn invisible and sneak around and then, like, start attacking the enemies from the back line. So he does have that ability as well as what you just saw Fuzzin do there. He can put up clones and then swap places with said clones.
Oh, nice.
In order to get out of situations. So he does have some trickster abilities, but putting him as support, I just thought was a funny thing in this game because he's among the last people that I would think to go, oh yeah, who should we add as like healers in this game? Oh, Loki, obviously. The guy that cares about everybody.
Yeah.
And would want to heal them.
He loves everyone so much.
Right. Such a caring soul.
Well, actually, he kind of is in the Loki TV show, so...
yeah, in the show, yes, where he becomes the god of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, which absolutely fantastic series. I love that one 100%.
Did you just get killed by Squirrel Girl?
Yeah,
he did.
Ult
by a slingshot?
The best part
That's
is
even more
she doesn't even know what
embarrassing.
she did. She just threw her ult and it just got me.
Yeah, as somebody that plays Squirrel Girl pretty often, her ult is not good at all. It's good for pushing the enemies back a little bit, but it does not do a lot of damage. So I'm kind of surprised that she got a kill with that, because I think I've gotten very few kills in all of the hours playing as Squirrel Girl with her ult. Well, let's see what you get here. Okay, 2 kills. Nice, nice. It doesn't look like you got your revenge on Squirrel Girl, though. She's still attacking you there.
Can you rip Iron Man right out of his suit?
Oh, come on. At least someone got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one person that hasn't been DPS in the whole game. Magic.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So as Magneto, can you just like go up to Tony Stark and just rip his suit apart?
You cannot.
Oh, that would be great.
Sadly.
Right.
That would be absolutely hilarious if you could.
Yeah, him and Penny Parker just
oh yeah,
cruck, and just rip their suits and throw them away and be like, okay, what now? Humans.
Yeah. Which there is a funny thing with Penny Parker in this game, because you never see, like right here on the like screen here, you can see Penny outside of the suit.
I thought that was Diva. Just kidding.
Yeah, she plays. You would think that she'd be Diva.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk is more of the Diva kind of character, as he goes into Hulk and then turns back into Bruce Banner.
Right.
Penny, you never see her outside of the suit in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't even see her in the mech. Like, there's no like glass on the mech that you can like see her through or anything.
Right. Yep.
So the only time you actually see her is when Doctor Strange uses the Eye of Agamotto to like push your soul out of your body, and you see her pop out of the mech, which is kind of a cool detail.
Oh, that's cool.
But if you go back here, Fuzzin, to the hero screen, so click on back, and then the cosmetics for Penny, they actually made special cosmetics for her, where she looks different.
Where she looks different for no reason.
For no reason,
yeah.
Because you never see her model in the game.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
I was laughing about it when I first saw this. I'm like, oh, I watched Evangelion. I know what this is. I was like, oh, wait a second. It's Penny Parker.
Yeah. Which the Venom suit is actually a real one from the comics, too. Where they tried to put a symbiote on one of the spider mechs. So that is actually from the comics. Yeah. And I believe that her entire story is somebody that she knew tried to pilot that mech and died. And that's her, like, event that pushes her off the edge kind of thing in her universe.
Yeah. The thing that makes Penny become the force that she is.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hail Hydra.
But it... Yeah, of course. And is this the capture? Yes, this is the capture one. And
hey, it's me, Moon Knight here. Oh, oi. I'm Oscar Isaac.
Speaking of that, none of the voices in this game are done by the MCU. They got voice actors for all the roles.
Yeah, like I recognize them too.
Yeah.
They're like famous voice actors. Like I know at least Steve Blum.
Yeah, he does
someone.
Wolverine and Venom.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, I heard that.
You have. I'm trying to remember what his name is, but he goes by the Epic Voice guy. He does the voice of Jeff, and he's also voiced Deadpool in a lot of things, and he's been teasing a lot of Deadpool stuff online. So people are assuming that he's also going to be voicing Deadpool in this game, because he's always, whenever he's doing stuff like to show like how he did the voice lines for Jeff, he's always wearing like a Deadpool shirt or a Deadpool hat.
Oh God.
And it's like, It's cheeky. We get it. You're probably gonna be Deadpool in here. It's either that or he's pulling a Deadpool-esque move and he's not doing it, but he's having fun, you know, getting fans all riled up as the like, oh my god, this confirms it. He goes, this doesn't confirm anything. I just have a shirt. It's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna put this hat on that says Deadpool, and I'll tell you some more about Jeff and Rivals now.
So this is how you play Moon Knight. You just stand back.
You put down an Ankh, and then you aim at the Ankh, and everything dies.
Yeah, ideally.
Don't forget, you also control
that.
the moon.
The moon.
The moon haunts you.
So yeah,
Which
it's,
is a very weak alt.
The wounds are gone.
the thing that I find interesting about Moon Knight. Well, first off, I used to read his comics way back in the day, but
Oh, wow. That lucky kill.
the Marvel Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got into that before. But the thing about Moon Knight that I always find interesting is that that like that was like the first comic in Marvel where they had a person with like an actual mental disability as a main character, right? Like not just like angst or, you know, some PTSD a little bit, right? Because like some people say Punisher had PTSD and all that stuff, but an actual multiple personality disorder character, right? Like
Right.
that was amazing that Marvel did that, and also in the 1960s to do that was incredible, right?
Stan Lee was very much ahead of his time when it came to like representation of actual people
Right.
as heroes, kind of thing, where he wanted it to be like, no matter who you are, you should be able to have some hero to relate to. And I remember that was one of his big things with Spider-Man is every time they'd be like, oh, you got to make him cooler. He was like, no, he's supposed to be the average guy,
The nerd.
that happened to get this power.
Well, average. I mean, he got his internship at Stark's Industry. I mean, come on.
Oh, true. Yeah, he's very smart and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I mean,
But
he's an exceptional
supposed to be
nerd.
more relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, with Moon Knight, it was a big deal when they did that and everything. And I think the show pulled it off very well.
Yeah.
For what they had to do with him, with the multiple personalities and trying to explain that in a small series, while also being entertaining beyond just talking about, you know, his bipolar kind of disorder.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he and I can't believe actually that they're not doing a second season on that. From what I heard, like the numbers weren't good enough or something like that, so they were just like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, which is odd because it got a lot of great like fan reception and everything like that. But I think it just came out during a time where people were kind of Marvel burnt out.
Right.
You know, because it came around the same time as Secret Invasion, didn't it?
That I don't know.
Because I remember there was another show that was like right there around the same time. It might have been the Loki first season of Loki, and Moon Knight came around the same time. Because I remember it was basically very quickly after something else, and the other thing wasn't that popular and had people confused, and then they were like, and Moon Knight. And to most people that don't read comics, they hear Moon Knight and go, who that?
Yeah. What is a Moon Knight? Yeah.
What is a Moon Knight? And why should I care?
Yeah, I'm trying to see when Moon Knight, the TV show, came out.
Oh, did my
hit the
ult
Ankh.
not trigger right?
Oh, you forgot to hit the Ankh. You're supposed to hit the Ankh.
No, the problem was my ult triggered right back there, not
yeah.
where it intended to go, which is on all the enemies.
Yeah. Well, Moon Knight's alt is hilariously bad. All you gotta do is step slightly to the left or right to get out of it. But if you do end up getting caught by it, it does quite a bit of damage, but it is so easy to avoid that, especially since he yells, "The moon haunts you," before it shows up.
Then you just
And you're
strafe.
like,
you
right, you
list
basically just
lazily
go
to the left.
all-
Where do they go?
There they are. They're listing lazily to the left. Go left, left.
Boy, this guy knows some maneuvers.
Exactly. And you're good to go. You're out of the
Evasive
zone.
maneuver.
Assuming you don't end up going left and strafing directly into it, you're safe.
Right.
Which I've done that a couple times where I've heard it. I've been like, okay, slide to the left, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's where he put it. Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
Right into it. Yep.
Right into it.
Squirrel Hope died.
Do you not have
Guide-
any healers?
Guide me to the healer.
Yeah.
No,
There's
where
a health right
heals
there to
really?
your left. Keep going. Get back up. Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, I know. I was backing into it.
Oh, okay. Back it up.
Slowly but
Back it
surely.
up. Get that
Put down an unk.
You know, cooldown.
cool
Oh.
down. You got this.
But yeah, Moon Knight
There's too
is a lot of people do not like Moon Knight in this game because they find it very cheap that he can just put down an Ankh, and then Hawkeye, speaking of cheap characters people absolutely hate, but Moon Knight, because you can put down an Ankh, just keep aiming at that, and if it's well placed, you're gonna get kills. It's very kind of like cheap that people see it as.
Or just you can hit, like your enemy can be right there, or your
Oh, yeah.
teammate, or whatever,
Yep.
and can just bounce from your teammate and hit you, and then it hits you from around the corner, pretty much, something like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, because they'll also bounce off of the enemies and hit other enemies. He's kind of broken. I'm curious to see if they'll nerf him a little bit in the coming patches. And right now, Hawkeye especially, like, you wouldn't think it, but Hawkeye is one of the characters people absolutely hate to see in lobbies because his hitbox for his attacks are insane. And it's almost like a guaranteed one-hit kill
Oh yeah.
most of the
If you
time.
can hit him in the head, it's one hit.
Yeah, even with like healers, hitting them anywhere is like a one hit with Hawkeye if you have it fully pulled back
Oh yeah.
when you shoot. And people absolutely hate that. Like, Hawkeye is banned in tournament play in this game,
Oh.
which is a hilarious, like right there. You know, you're
I
gonna
mean, at full
notice
health.
that it was probably one hit here. Yeah, and that wasn't a headshot. He hit you in the cape.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had full health too.
Gotcha in the.
I don't know, maybe not, but
Ow, my cape. That's 250
yeah,
points
like I
of
didn't even get a
damage.
chance to react. Yeah.
Yeah. So he is actually banned in like tournament play in this game. And if you get to like higher levels of competitive, they have a function where you can actually vote on characters that can't be selected. And
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
every time Hawkeye and Hela are two of the ones that people always select to ban from the game. Because Hela has hit scan, which means that her projectiles don't fly to the enemy. If you hit on the enemy, they're just there immediately. So it makes her shots very cheap to use.
Okay. Yeah.
So you don't really have to like aim and think like, oh, the person's moving. It just immediately hits as long as they're in the target.
Oh my god.
So those are two characters that people always vote to ban. I don't think Hell is banned in official tournament play, but Hawkeye is. I know that one for sure.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hawkeye's too good. He one shots anything.
What was it?
Yeah.
Hanzo?
As you saw.
Was that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hanzo from Overwatch.
Overwatch,
Same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think we were with one person down.
Uh-oh. Cinnamon. Where are you, buddy? We're calling you out.
He could still be just.
Why-
I think he joined in
Yeah.
after somebody left, so he's probably still loading
I'm Bickering Nerds. We're calling you out, Cinnamon.
Right.
Yeah, wait, no, call out the person that left.
Yeah.
Zigbeam.
Oh,
Ziggy.
Zigby.
Zimby?
Zigby.
Zimby.
Way to go.
Way to go.
Don't want to.
One job.
Doesn't want to ruin his stats.
Yeah, his
We're
win
winning.
streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, or we're.
Well, you're
we
in
had
the third
one.
of 2.
We had 1 leg point. We just need 1 more. And this is a quick play. There's no stats.
Right.
Eddie.
Ah.
Got Venom in front of you.
But yeah, this we'll see how this one all goes here.
See,
and
look at that. I just killed someone. Not
Yeah,
even trying.
With with the Ongs, it's super easy. A lot of people are hoping that he kind of gets nerfed a little bit, along with Hawkeye and Hela.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are like the main ones people always complain about. People do also complain about Jeff because he can heal when he's running away underground and everything. But
Poor Jeff.
it not as much as Moon Knight, Hawkeye, and Hela that I see
Moon
when it
Knight-
comes to.
I feel like is easily countered with the Onks.
He
At
is
least.
easily countered, but there's still some cheapness to it that I understand when people are talking about like competitive with him and
I feel
everything.
like in high levels he's not that good. But that
He can still be pretty good in high levels.
can he?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess he's does shred teams.
If you're talking about like an overpowered combo, though, it's the Hulk Iron Man combo, where whenever you have a team where you have Hulk, Iron Man, if you select him, he'll get a buff to his laser beam where it's gamma powered,
Oh God. Okay.
and it will absolutely melt everything. It is basically one of the prime strategies on high-level competitive matches right now to always have somebody playing as Hulk, somebody playing as Iron Man, and typically, if you can, having somebody play as Strange, who also gets a gamma boost,
Oh my God.
but not by as much as like Iron Man, who can absolutely sweep a team out with the gamma boosted I'm trying to remember what the laser move is called that he has.
Laser.
Like the arc reactor.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty. It's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. I mean, maybe it's kind of funny because the game's called Rivals, but it sounds like team ups are kind of like the way to win.
oh yeah.
So it should be called
there's-
Marvel Team Ups.
There is actually some pretty cool team up abilities you have. Like if you're playing a Squirrel Girl when you have somebody playing as Spider-Man, you can actually use his webs as Squirrel Girl as a way to like stick people so they can't move to immobilize them.
Oh, cool.
She gets it like in her slingshot that she can use as an ability. Whenever you have like Warlock on your team, if you're playing as Mantis or I believe it's Star-Lord, they get a thing where they get to use his revival ability. So if you die, you don't have to go through like the entire screen to revive and respawn at the point. You can just respawn right there, right away.
Oh my God.
But you only get one use of that every game. So it's not like you can just constantly do that through the game. You only get one use of it. So if you really need it, that's when you use it, like when you're in overtime and you're trying to get the point or trying to get people off the point.
Right.
And you die, you quickly use that to come back and get right back into the game. If you have Venom on your team and you play as Spider-Man or Penny Parker, you actually get symbiote powers a little bit where you can get a bunch of spikes around you and they just do like an area of effect damage. As Spider-Man, really good to get out of situations. But yeah, doesn't look like you got that one there.
31 kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
You didn't do enough.
Yeah, I didn't do enough.
You should have
could've
done
done
more
better.
kills, buddy.
Should have did
but,
more damage. I did more damage than my entire team.
Yeah.
Yep. But I think this is a
I
good
did,
spot.
I literally did.
Yoda's
but-
ghost fart. What a great! I just gotta say it. Yoda's ghost fart. What a great name for a character. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Brad.
But I think this is a good spot for us to end for today. But we'll have some more of the Bickering Nerds with Marvel Rivals next week on the next episode. And until then, keep playing Marvel Rivals.